GST Business Models, Masters of Commerce, 4th semester, Mangalore University, session 25. GST Business Models. In this session, you are going to learn about the GST business models of insurance business. Learning objective: to gain knowledge on GST business models on insurance. The session outcome: to enlighten the students on provisions relating to insurance business. Time of supply. Insurance policies are the contracts for indemnifying any loss suffered by the policyholder. The policyholder is required to pay a premium at the time of inception of the policy. Renewal premiums are required to be paid on periodical basis during the tenure of the policy. For renewal of the policies, the policyholders are allowed grace period ranging from 15 days to 30 days in accordance with the IRDA regulation of 2002. The time of supply of life insurance services to the policyholders would be as under. Suppose if it is a new policy, then the time of supply will be at the time of issuance of the policy. Suppose if it is a renewal of the policy, then the time of issuance of the renewal policy notice of the insurance premium. Then any other charges including the ULIP charges at the time of levy or recovery of the charges from the policy holder. Next, life insurance and health insurance. There are three types of life insurance, that is term insurance plan. Next is ULIP charges, ULIPs, and the endowments. ULIPs are known as the insurance and investment under a single integrated plan. Endowment means it which includes even the money back. Life insurance policies that pay a lump sum or the maturity or a death or a fixed sum every month, sort like a pension. So the service tax applicable on each type is different. For example, ICICI Prudential Insurance applies service tax at the following rates. So here the term insurance premium, the service tax before was 15%, but after the implementation of GST it has become 18%. And in case of ULIP charges it was 15%, now it has increased to 18%. Next, health insurance premium was 15% and now it has been increased to 18%. Banking services charge 15% service tax currently, which increased to 18% under GST. Like insurance, banking services will also become more expensive to the customers due to the increase in taxes. Most banks have now applied transaction charges on cash withdrawals from different bank ATMs. Cash withdrawals from branch first 5 for both are free. All these attract 15% service tax, which will increase to 18% under the GST regime. Banking companies will pass on the tax liability to their customers. However, their administrative and compliance work will increase tremendously. Branches give services to others which will be taxable under GST. They can later claim input tax credit. This will increase the paperwork and therefore the operating costs. Good news for business consumers, they can now claim input tax credit on the banking services paid on their business accounts. So for ULIP charges, it was before it was 15 and now it has come to 18%, or health insurance before it was 15, now it is 18%. All these rates will be replaced by 18%, which will result in increase in premiums. The value of supply of services in relation to insurance business shall be suppose the gross premium is 1000, then under GST also it will be it is 1000. Then the investment portion is 600 and theirs is also 600 under GST. Life insurance portion is 400 and out of 1000 for both. Service tax is charged at 15%. GST is charged at 18%. So the extra tax they have to pay is rupees 12. So if the entire premium is for life insurance, then GST at 18% will apply for the entire premium. So what is the impact? So both existing and new policyholders will face an increase in the premium amounts due to the increase in rates. For insurance, the increase in taxes will be passed on to the consumers. The insurers expect higher compliance and administrative costs due to the increased number of GST returns, and also affect the taxability of interbranch transfers. Next is the general insurance. The general insurance include the fire insurance, marine insurance, car insurance, theft insurance, etc. And the GST will also be 18% on general insurance. So what is the impact? For policyholders, the general insurance will raise the tax and has increased from 15 to 18%. The corporate policyholders who have taken the general insurance can enjoy input tax credit on the GST paid on their policies. And the life and health insurers will not have to pay the input tax credit, as it is not available for life and health insurances as their personal purposes. Even corporate policyholders will group life and health insurance for their employees will not enjoy any input tax credit. Life insurance provided by the government schemes are exempted from GST. So they are as follows. Janashri Bhima Yojana, Aam Admi Bhima Yojana, life micro insurance product having maximum cover of rupees 50,000, Varishta Pension Bhima Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bhima Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Vaya Vandan Yojana, any other insurance schemes of the state government as may be notified by the Government of India on the recommendation of GST Council. Life insurance provided by the central government to members of the Army, Navy and Air Force. So to conclude, all policyholders will have to pay higher premiums on their insurance due to increase in GST rates. An average family with life, health and car insurance will find an increase of 3% on their insurance expenses. Assuming they spend a total of rupees 30,000 per year on insurance, excluding the service taxes, their expenses will increase by 3%, that is 900.